I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. Don't second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. This is Danny G sitting alongside Rio and Jimmer tonight. And this will be a first, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time we've literally had a cannon on the podcast.
Registered that thing as a weapon.
Yeah, like I don't know how everything works in like state to state. I'm pretty sure Iowa might be on the illegal side, but we're gonna make this work.
Yeah, you might be able to have one. I don't know.
That's something to look at. Yeah, something to look into. It's we're kind of dancing on that line right now.
Yeah, borderline illegal.
Yeah,
so who are we talking to tonight, Rio?
Tonight we have Nate Hayden on, who is a quarterback. Where do you go to school?
I played football at Minnesota State Community College last fall.
Okay, there we go. Definitely some impressive highlight reel stuff on tape, and it looks awesome to see. I'm sure anybody recruiting, looking into you, they're seeing talent, exactly what we're seeing. So.
Yeah, the video I'm watching right now, and you look really good in black and yellow, a.k.a. Hawkeye, so just letting you know. But I'm seriously watching this right here, and it's highly impressive. You're moving up in the box. You're moving every which way. And I'm telling you, you were blessed with a cannon. Like, they put something on your shoulder, and it flies. And it looks like it's effortless, too. Is that accurate?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's something I've worked on for a while. It wasn't always like that, but it's there now.
Yeah.
All right, Nate. So it's going to be a battle, you and Josh Allen. Who can chuck it further?
Oh, man. I mean, I'm a pretty confident guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stick with that. I like it. I like that way better than, like, I don't know. No. You can.
Hell yeah.
When I'm watching, you can. Say that.
Danny G's just going to be, he's one-sided because he took him to a fantasy championship one year.
That's accurate.
So.
Yeah. Big fan.
Big fan. All right. Well, to kick this thing off, when did you start playing sports as a kid? When did that start for you?
Oh, man. I probably started playing, every sport you could when I was like, probably as young as 3-4 years old. And I had the pads on by the time I was 7 and been in love with it since then.
That makes sense because if that is accurate where I think you grew up, well, can you tell everybody where did you grow up?
I am born and raised Flower Mound, Texas, outside of Dallas. And, it's a football place.
Oh,
we just needed, evidently. So we're going to educate you a little bit, all right? We're going to give you a little bit of 3 Gig history. And one of our co-hosts, the one that wanted you to say where you're from, is also from the old stomping ground of Texas down there. I guess he said he's wrestled some of the
Flower Mound kids.
Yep.
I went to Azle, Texas in high school, so I definitely know about Flower Mound.
So he just wanted to make sure that we had to make it clear that the dude with the cannon arm came from Texas. Gotcha.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Of course.
Of course. I love it.
So those genes jumped my my pool, apparently. So I got a rocket, but I don't know if I can throw it 80 yards. So playing a lot of football, right? What else did you play while growing up?
I played soccer as a kid, and then I was a hooper, too. I liked playing basketball, too. Played basketball up until high school.
Okay.
All right. Can you put it down? Can you dunk? What's up?
Yeah, I can dunk, I don't know if I'm, soaring, but I can dunk it.
All right.
Yeah, me too. I just got to lower the rim down.
Yeah, he's dunking on a 5-foot rim.
Yeah, so I make it look good.
Okay. So you get up into high school. What do you start playing in high school, sports-wise?
I really just stuck to football. I realized I wasn't going to be 6'8", wasn't going to be a basketball player. So, started playing. I really started falling in love with quarterback, and that just kind of became my thing and something I worked at every day. And that became my thing, and that's all I did all through high school. Just grinded on the field. I was trying to be a slinger.
So I'm seeing that you led your previously winless school to be conference champions.
Yes. So the junior college I went to, I think they had only won like maybe a handful of games since 2003.
Oh.
And, I went up there just because some of the other junior colleges are so stacked with other bounce back quarterbacks and stuff. And that just wasn't for me. I knew I wanted to get every rep and get the experience. And so I went up there and, yeah, we had a great season. And, we took it all the way to conference champions right off the bat. So
there we go.
Did I see that right, too? You led the country in passing?
Yeah, I led in yards per game. I would have led the whole country in overall yards, but up there we had a game canceled for COVID, and I missed a couple games, and so I didn't finish on top, but I did lead in yards per game. I was the only person over 300. I had like 330 or 340 a game.
Jesus.
Damn.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Love it. Did you have some studs to throw the ball to, too, or what did that look like?
So, yeah, we had some great players. We had we had a bunch of dudes, like my boy Ron D, a running back, my receivers, ZZ, Fred, Dove, JoJo, Rick, my tight end, big 6'6" dude. We had a bunch of good skill players out there, and I think every single one is going back D1. So
There we go.
worked out.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Oh.
So I'm a huge proponent to, like, I'm pretty sure a high majority of people have nerves before they go out and perform, right? So
Yeah.
my question to you is, what was your pregame? Like, what is the thing that what centers you, what calms you down, what gets you in the moment and focused?
I think the big thing is you got to be so prepared that it's hard to be nervous. Like, to me, I feel like if you're just crazy nervous as a quarterback, then you're probably not ready. Like, I mean, I get nerves and butterflies because I got adrenaline going and I'm excited about the game.
Right.
But at the same time, it can't be like from a fear standpoint. You got to be so prepared. And so my thing is, like, I'm studying my game script. I'm going over everything. I'm watching film, making sure I feel like I know what's going to happen before it happens so that I got a clearer picture when I'm out there. And then I also try to stay pretty relaxed. I don't try to get, other people want to get amped up, and I'm all about that most days. But, once it gets into pregame, I like to kind of be a little more quiet, relaxed, and just kind of stay fresh, stay moving around, don't use too much of my energy, and get ready from there.
There we go.
Very cool. So in high school, do you have any accolades, anything like that?
Honestly, not too many. I had a different path through high school. I went to a few different high schools and had some situations and stuff. I finished out with a really good senior year at Dallas Christian, where I graduated from. But up until that point, I really didn't have too much success and had some different situations that caused me to move around. And because of that, I don't think I got the recruitment I deserved, because even before I was as big as I am now, or whatever the situation is, I could always from my sophomore year of high school up, I could rip it. And I just didn't get that notoriety and all that stuff and that's kind of what's led me through the college path I've had, but my time is coming now. So
that's awesome. Everyone has their own path, and yours is, I like the battle-tested. I love the battle-tested player more than anything else. The one that had to scrape, earn, and, like, kick the door down to come through, not the one that was necessarily prepped all the way through their whole life and spoon-fed to that point, only to falter. My question for you is, so we've been watching the highlight reels, which are obviously highly impressive. But my question to you is, when you're out there, are you more conservative or are you a gunslinger?
Gunslinger. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you.
I definitely got like a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers type of mentality. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to make the smart play. I'm not going to force things. I don't want any coaches listening or anything to think that I'm going to play stupid. But
Right.
At the same time, I definitely feel like sometimes with my arm strength, I feel like I see things a little differently than other quarterbacks. Like, I can draw back, and even if I know the guy's coming and I'm going to have to take one in the chin, I have a certain level of toughness and then a certain level of belief in my arm that I feel like I just need a sliver. I just need to see a sliver of space, or I just need to see a half a second where I think I can get that ball off. And if I see that big play as a possibility, I'm letting it fly.
That's
I'll gladly take one in the chin and let it fly.
oh man, Yeah, I'm telling you, he looked real good in Hawkeye black. And, yeah, as long as you got that, as long as you have that more accuracy than Petrus, because he's got some arm too. But
Right.
but you got, I assume you have more accuracy from what I'm seeing. Because it looks like you
do you know how to
dimes.
hand the ball off? Because then you could definitely play for the Hawkeyes.
Oh, is that what we're doing now?
Oh man.
That's their play calls.
I know how to hand it off. It's not my favorite thing to do.
No, it'd be just fine.
Yeah.
What is on your when you're not prepping, which sounds like you're a busy guy, you're doing that constantly, but when you actually do, excuse me, kick your feet up and relax or whatever it is, what is it that you do? Like what do you do for fun? What do you do?
So right now I do a lot of honestly, outside of me playing and grinding, I train kids and stuff for fun. I help coach a 7-on-7 organization in Dallas, and I train quarterbacks and stuff. And then outside of that, I'm a big outdoors person. I like to, fish and do all that. So. Okay.
Oh, that definitely suits you well up in Minnesota too for the fishing and shit too.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. During fall camp, after practice and meetings, I was out there fishing.
Yeah.
So, watching your highlights, especially in Huddle and that here, you obviously have a cannon. We could touch on that all day. And it seems like you've got the accuracy to drop the ball right in the soft spots of the defense, which is awesome. But as the game changes from college to the NFL, it seems like guys are needing to have a little bit more mobility, right? How do you sit there? Are you a little bit more of the prototypical kind of Peyton Manning quarterback? Or
Yeah, I can move. Don't get me wrong. I can get off my spot. I think that the main thing is extension of the play. Like, not every play, especially as defensive players get better and get faster, not everything's going to be a perfect world, and you got to be able to extend the play or find a way out of it. And I think, in my opinion, it's not only your legs that can do that. If I see something pre-snap or I see grass, I can check to something else or be able to run laterally. I feel like I'm pretty good at, sliding out of tackles and being slippery back there and extending the play laterally and finding someone open. I can go get the sticks, and I'm pretty muscular. I can put my shoulder in somebody, but I don't know. The way I see it is the guys running down the field are faster than me. So I'm definitely more on the prototypical side of using my brain to check out of something or if I see somebody down the field, I'm going to try to extend the play laterally and get it there. But I can definitely get off my spot. Make off-platform throws, get to the sticks if I need to, anything like that.
Definitely the footwork too then. Footwork, your footwork in the pocket and kind of just sliding from side to side. That's also huge too for mobility.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's almost like having to move in a hula hoop or like just in a small space. You got to be able to move quick and work in a small space and keep your eyes downfield the whole time.
Yeah, that's tough, especially with those guys getting backed up into you. So with all that said, we like to hear that. You're a very intelligent quarterback, it sounds like, along with the talent. Who would you compare yourself to then in the NFL?
Oh, okay, I got a few for you.
Hey, yeah. I love this man's confidence. I'm telling you right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do. Definitely, if we're talking arm strength, I like the Josh Allen comparison. I've got that before. I've had people tell me I look and move like Zach Wilson. I've heard that before. I've had a lot of Baker Mayfield comparisons.
Okay.
I know he's having his struggles right now and all that, but same type of swagger.
Yeah.
And confidence and definitely arm strength and extending to the play and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm built pretty similar to him, so I've gotten a lot of comparisons to him.
I was gonna say I think that's pretty damn accurate. Like what I'm watching too. And I'm not talking. I think you have a stronger arm than him, but the rest of it kind of like I see what they're saying. I get that. And there's definitely nothing wrong with Baker. Dude worked his way up too. He's going through some shitstorm stuff, and we need to remind ourselves that he's with the Browns organization,
right.
Who, if anyone knows how to shit the bed, it would be the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They heard of Amber Heard before Amber Heard,
right? Oh yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
he knows what I'm talking about.
Underdog story, though. It's an underdog story. I like it. I feel like I can rock with that. Got that same mentality.
I love it.
Hell yeah. So coming out of high school. Talk recruiting. Who was recruiting you? You said you had some situations that you weren't is highly, sought after and stuff.
As you should have been.
Right. So who was recruiting you coming out of high school?
I mean, honestly, almost nobody. I had talks with some schools after my sophomore year and junior year and stuff, but nothing ever went crazy far. I signed with a Division II school out of high school, and that was all I had. Ouachita Baptist, great program. Just they don't throw it much, and I just needed to go somewhere and throw it.
Okay.
And I just made a quick impulsive decision to take what I had, and I should have thought more thoroughly through it. And it's a great program, like I said, just didn't throw a lot.
Okay.
And
can you touch on that? Who that was?
Yeah, it was Ouachita Baptist in Arkansas. Really powerhouse D2 school. Just like I said, not they don't throw it around. And so from there, I decided to go JUCO, and I was enrolling in a JUCO, and they canceled the junior college season for COVID.
Right. Yeah.
And so I ended up going out of the portal to North Alabama, but I had to sit out the season for transferring up a division.
Oh.
And so
okay.
I was ineligible, and I tried to appeal it, but I didn't get it. Then they gave out the COVID year and everything, and so, which I'm still working through whether I even qualify for that or not. But from there, they had some 6-year seniors and some stuff, and they brought in some transfers, and I was having a really great spring and thought I would end up being the guy, and just some stuff went down. It's not even the same offensive staff there anymore. They played 5 or 6 different quarterbacks last fall. I could just see the writing on the wall that wasn't going to be a good situation. So I decided to do what I originally wanted to and went JUCO. And I actually played with the legendary Coach Hal Mummy, the father of the air raid.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was a teacher at Kentucky, and so we had some mutual friends and stuff, and I met with Hal Mummy, working out with him since COVID, and he actually went to Minnesota with me and was coaching me. So
hell yeah.
How did you end up at Minnesota State?
Well, I was trying to talk to some of the scholarship JUCOs, and everyone was so full at quarterback, and I talked to a Snow College, and they said they were full, but their recruiting guy, whose name was Coach Kurtz, he was like, I know a JUCO in Minnesota that needs some help. And at first I was like, oh, man, I don't know. I haven't won a game since 2003. I don't know. Right. And then, I was like, at least I'll get every rep. And then Coach Mummy said he wanted to go up there too. And, I helped. I looked around and found some receivers, some friends of mine, some other stuff. And we went up there and shocked the world, made some noise that I don't think anybody saw coming. So
balled out. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so, you kind of balled out that first year. Can you touch on all your stats there that first season that you were setting records? And
yeah, so I played 8 games. We had a 10-game season. I actually missed about a game and a half because I separated my shoulder the third game of the season, and I cracked a few ribs, and I continued to play.
Oof.
I finished the game, played again 5 days later, took my arm out of the sling at halftime and went in the game because we were losing. And then I didn't play the next week, just to rest it, and then I finished the season like that. And I threw, at almost 2,700 yards in 8 games and 19 touchdowns. And I actually I had about 5 or 6 more touchdowns that were called back, and I was definitely looking at 2,700. I was probably looking at 3,000 yards and 25 touchdowns in about 8 games, but they called some back. So official stats about 2,719 touchdowns, but pretty good numbers for 8 games.
Yeah, damn straight.
Heck yeah, it is.
Man,
and so that was really cool.
Those stats are great, dude. The story from how you weren't recruited to where you went. They didn't win a game since 2003, or at least we're not good since 2003, right? Everything is awesome. What does the future hold for Nate Hayden?
So, I've got some offers right now. We've got a few. I'm pretty close to a decision. I think I have an idea of where I'm going. I'm not going to say anything yet.
Are you sure? We wouldn't mind hearing it.
Can you put out who's on the table? Can you let everybody know who's on the table?
Yeah, so I received offers from, some D1 AA schools and some Division II schools, like Wagner, Presbyterian, Stetson. I've been talking to Austin Peay, Tennessee State. Got some Division II offers, Augustana, Northwood, a few others. And, me just being me, I'm always going to think I could have played anywhere. I think I deserve to play in any league, anywhere. Yes. And I've trained with guys at all levels, including the NFL, and my arms on par with everyone. And so I'll always think I can play at that level. But I'm very grateful for the opportunities I've been given, and it's more than I ever had before. And Coach Mum's been a big help in that. Coach Miller, Coach Bedwell, my other JUCO coaches, and Coach Kurtz, and all these guys have been really beneficial, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me because I never had these before. I've always thought I've deserved them, and I'll be somewhere this fall, and I'll be starting somewhere this fall. Just know.
I believe 1,000%. If you're not starting, like seriously, whoever the head coach is might want to think about a different career at that point.
Right.
But
Hawkeyes do need a gun. Hawkeyes do need a gunslinger. So.
Yeah. So not even joking. I literally just tagged the Iowa Hawkeyes football on your huddle right there.
Let's go.
I'm like, come on, brother.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. I'm ready to go. My uncle's from Iowa. He's a Hawkeye fan. So.
Yeah. See that? He's one hell of a model American. Then have you met the guy? I just know he's got to be.
Out. Okay, all right. You have to settle this for me. I saw some people that shared our post on Twitter. Is that your mother who is graduated from University of Texas?
Yes.
Very cool. It's awesome. I'm a Longhorn fan. So.
Oh, is that the reason? Oh, is that why you had to bring it up? Is because
yes.
the Texas thing again? Gotcha.
After you dropped the Iowa thing on me, I had to. I just seen it said Texas alum. I was like, yes.
Yeah, a lot of my family's UT alum, so.
Awesome. Very cool.
Well, they're missing out, which we're used to. We're used to the Longhorns
get out of here
messing up here recently. Otherwise, they would have picked him up. Now
true.
He's about to come be a Hawkeye. After I tagged him up, they'd be like, "Oh, geez,
I'll follow. I'll like it."
Yeah, absolutely.
Love it, man. Well, I tell you what, when you make that decision, you should definitely hit us up, and we can have you on for a quick 5 or 10 minute and let everybody know. Because now that everybody's listening, they're going to be like, "Where the hell is he going to go?"
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'll hit you up and I'll come back on. Probably pretty soon, honestly.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Let us know. We'll get you on.
For sure.
Hey, we'll bump somebody. You're one of my favorite guys that's been on the show yet. So we'll bump somebody. I don't even know who's on the list yet.
We'll move some people around, do what we got to do.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
My guy.
So up next, we have a short little segment called Rio's Randoms. It's just 3 random questions, which we're all going to answer. Pretty lighthearted. Don't take it too serious.
Or do.
It doesn't matter. That one kid, the running back that was going to
Morgan State,
Illinois.
Man, he had some good answers.
Yeah.
He made us take it serious. We're like, shit. Well, now we gotta answer these.
So just keep. So what we're saying is there'll be a little off the wall, and let's see what we got.
So
okay.
All right, gonna roll right into this.
There we go.
Here.
Boom.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is?
For Rio's Randoms. Brought to you by Bose Power Washing.
That's right, baby. You gotta hit him up. We're finally, knock on wood, we're actually in springtime.
We finally turned the corner.
So now we can get outside and do some shit. So hit him up. He's more than willing to help out. He does pretty much everything.
Anything.
If you're in the area,
mowing, weed eating, gutters.
Power washing.
Power washing. He took my a tree that came down in that storm, chopped it up for me, laid it all up. Looked beautiful when I got home.
Heck yeah.
Like I never was there.
Make sure if you need anything, hit him up at 641-903-1720. Tonight for Rio's Randoms, first one. What kind of cereal are you eating? Crunchy cereal? Or are you waiting for it to get soggy?
Yeah, I'm not even close to shitting you right now. I was just thinking about this the other day because me and my wife are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. She's not a fan of me right now because I've been talking about her more on the podcast. Yeah, she ain't digging that shit. But I was thinking about this the other day. I was going to bring this one up to you. I am 100% crunchy.
Okay.
Like I want as quick as I can possibly do. I want the crunch, and then my wife lets the bowl of cereal sit there for 10 minutes easy to sog up, she says.
Wolf.
Nate, what do you got?
Crunchy. I didn't even know people ate soggy.
I'm telling you. I think it's going to be unanimous. I have no idea what your crazy ass is going to say. Crunchy. Matter of fact, if I pour the bowl and then I have to go deal with the kids and do something, I'm pissed.
I'm dumping it.
Yeah, it's gone, or I'll just drink it because you can drink it at that point.
Yeah, but I may take the top layer of the crunchy stuff off, and then
that didn't hit the milk. That's kind of yeah.
All right, so I'm actually a little different. Hold on. I don't want it soggy though. Like that's disgusting. But I don't want it 100% like crunchy and like.
Okay.
I want
everything's
it just
making sense.
Right.
You also like soggy bacon.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
he likes things soft in his mouth.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I got you.
Whoa. It is 2022. All right, get out of here.
with all due respect.
With all due respect.
You gotta say that shit beforehand.
I know. We're sitting here trying to get used to this, Nate. We're trying to get used to this part where we say with all due respect, but we're supposed to say it before you say the insulting thing. We keep messing up. We keep saying it after.
I'm with you. Me too.
Next up on Rio's Randoms, number 2. You got to pick one. Say it's $4 million. I don't care. Say it's $4 million.
All right.
Crawl a mile through larvae or maggots, or you got to walk half a mile over coals.
Ooh. Hold on. Say that for. How'd you say the first one?
You have to crawl a mile through like larvae, maggots.
Oh,
I thought you said lava or maggots. I was like, that's
I thought you said lava or magnets. Maggots.
Larva.
Yeah,
okay.
Larva, maggots.
Like what's about to. Yeah. I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and deter this one right to Nate right out of the gate here. So.
All right, I got you. I'm walking on the coals. I feel like mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be tough it out, but the bugs and stuff, that's gross.
You know what? If I get goggles, I'm doing the bugs though.
You nasty.
Give me some goggles. Keep it out of my eyes.
No, dude. Hold on. I'm with you with the coals.
Dude, I got half a foot. I can't risk anymore.
I know you might not be able to risk it, but if I were you, I'd still like hop across with the 1 foot. I'm going with the coals.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna get myself a nice hard cushion after a while. Like after I'm done with it, it's gonna harden up anyways. But I'm doing that, dude. You crawl through all that shit. For the rest of your life, you're gonna think you have maggots on you. You're gonna have the feeling of like, what the hell is that?
You're definitely mind fucking yourself.
It's gross.
Yeah, I'm going maggots for sure.
I think so.
I like my feet.
You guys are
so
disgusting.
mind over matter is cool when you're going like 10 feet.
Hold on.
But when you're going, what did you say, a mile or half mile?
Yeah, you got to go
Nate,
half mile.
I have a very serious question for you. Do you have all your feet, every part of your foot, and I'm talking about toes, extremities, heel. Do you have all that?
That's a valid point.
That is. See?
Currently, yes.
Okay. So the reason why I ask you that, Nate,
I got robbed, and they took half my foot.
Yeah, 2 of the guys at this desk that just picked maggots, one of them lost a toe, and the other one has half a fucking heel or no heel.
Yeah, listen.
So that's the reason why they're picking that.
Nate,
I think they have sensitive to the feet thing.
On this podcast, our bets get serious, okay? Mm-hmm. Jamie got my toe, and he also got the back part of Rio's foot.
Right.
So this shit gets real here. But that is interesting. I think you gain a little respect for your feet when you lose something.
Right.
I think that's where we're at.
You're a little sensitive towards it, right? Like, hold on. I'll crawl through it.
Well, that explains Jimmer and his wiener.
No.
After you lose a little bit. All right, and last up on Rio's Randoms, you're a starting quarterback in the NFL. Say it's a draft scenario. You get to pick a wide receiver, tight end, running back. You get to pick 2 of the 3. Here's the catch, though. If you pick wide receiver and tight end, your running back is going to be horrible, like Trent Richardson. If you pick wide receiver.
Whoa, hold on. Trent Richardson in college or Trent Richardson in pro?
No, Trent Richardson like his 3rd year in the league like that. Can't see the holes coming, right? Or wasn't he with the Raiders for like half a second?
Yeah.
So basically him and his not great season. And then same thing. If you pick a tight end and running back, you get like Nelson Aguilar, who's not great. And then if you pick wide receiver and running back, you get like Kelvin Benjamin for your tight end spot.
Jesus.
So give me the 2 that you want.
I'm going receiver and tight end.
Okay, and who are they?
Okay, receiver probably Tyreek Hill because I can throw it as far as I want and he'll go run under it.
Hell yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know. I think Devontae Adams is a dog too, but I don't know. I like speed. I like speedy receivers. I like people because then I get to throw deep.
There we go.
Tight end. Honestly, I'm probably going like I mean, Travis Kelce's a dog, but I'm thinking maybe like a blocking tight end or something, so I can get in some 7-man, 6 or 7-man blocking schemes, and then so I got max protection so that I can throw those deep balls.
Okay.
Oh, I like it.
Who you going with?
So George Kittle, gotcha.
Yeah.
He does everything. I got
And
you.
all around. How about Tucker Kraft from
South
South
Dakota
Dakota
State.
State?
Yep.
He was a guest a few days ago. Hell of an interviewee.
He does everything. He'll catch that ball for you too,
Yeah.
but he'll lay the bricks off somebody.
Heck yeah.
All right, put him up there. Like I said, I'm trying to get into that max protection area.
There you go.
And checking out of every running situation.
Yeah, that's why I don't need to pick a running back. I'm not.
Trevor Richardson, you're not getting the ball every time we're checking out of the play.
Well,
Jimmer, what do you got?
Here's the deal. The doctor let me know not that long ago that my shoulder is done. Like, there's nothing left. They're like, you're waiting 30 years for a shoulder replacement. That's the type of encouraging shit that you have coming from this doctor, right? I'm like, oh, so I'm fucked. Gotcha. Thank you. So I'm not going to be able to throw the rock that far anymore. Not nearly as much. So I'm going to have to rock a tight end
Okay.
and running back.
Okay. Who you
Running
taking?
back's going to be Dalvin Cook. See, all-purpose everything. And then tight end.
Why else are you picking him though?
I just told you.
Why else? There's another reason.
No, there isn't. He's the best running back in the league. He's all-purpose. He does everything. I don't know what else you want.
That shows people that you're.
I don't
a
know
fan
what
of
else
the
you want.
Vikings.
I don't know what else you want. Then the other one's got to be, like I said, then it's got to be George Kittle. That's the reason why I also said it too. I'm like, he does everything anyway. So he'll catch the ball and he'll block for you, and
For sure.
he also comes from the greatest university of all time.
Tight end.
Tight end you?
I will give you that. Tight
Okay.
end you.
What do you got?
Man, I'll change it up. I'll go receiver, running back. Yeah.
Okay.
And if we're thinking receiver, I gotta go Devontae, I suppose, on the receiver end. And for running back, we're going Derrick Henry.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's gonna hurt somebody, right?
Yeah. So I am going wide receiver and running back. Wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. I think how many shitty quarterbacks he played with down in Houston. I think he can make me look okay, like Tyrod Taylor at least. Come on. So and then my running back, I'm going Nick Chubb, a guy who can catch it a little bit out of the backfield.
A little bit. You just didn't want the best. Got
Who
you.
can smoke people in the hole. It don't matter.
No,
So,
he's one of them. He's
and
the man too.
So that's my pick, I think. Yeah, he is a man.
I said the man.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that, folks, is what we have for Rio's Randoms tonight.
Boom.
Make sure you hit up our guy, Kevin Beauchart. He'll get you all hooked up now that springtime is here.
So, before we do let you off, since you've been so courteous with the time, I got to knock out a few questions that we didn't touch on. Your favorite team, pro, college?
Ooh.
Probably can't say college. Gonna get in trouble.
Well, no.
Yeah, can't say college. I mean, honestly, with the pros, let's see. I mean, I'm just a quarterback guy. I just like watching the quarterbacks. I grew up kind of liking the Saints a lot because I was a big Drew Brees guy. Because I was undersized until I got a little older, and so I was a big Drew Brees guy. So I watched the Saints a lot. Right now, I'm kind of rocking with the Packers. I want to see Aaron Rodgers get another ring.
I like to hear that. I like to
Kinda
hear
rocking
that.
with the Packers.
I don't know if you do. I am sitting by two Vikings fans, so they're crying a little bit as you said that.
Yeah, a little piece of me died
They're in
there.
their feelings over here.
Just a little bit.
I do have one very, very important question to ask.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a lot of controversy about a certain quarterback that got drafted in the first round and whether he can hold the ball or not, whether he's got fumbleitis.
All right.
Would you say your hands are average or large, or do you have baby hands?
Kenny Pickett
Like
hands.
Kenny Pickett hands.
Kenny Pickett hands.
Oh, man. You could chuck the damn ball, though.
It doesn't matter. I don't think in my entire life since I was 7 years old that I've fumbled the ball more than a handful of times. So it's like, knock on wood about it, but I just don't think it matters. Like, my thing is like, I throw the ball as well as anybody. My hands aren't very big, so I think that's the most overrated thing that people look at.
Okay, so let me follow up with that then. I like that answer. What do you think his issue is then? If it's not the size of his hands, do you think he's just a little bit careless with the ball?
Probably, because like I said, I've never
Pocket awareness.
I think maybe that's just pocket awareness or something else. Because I don't think hands really has a play. Now, don't get me wrong, the NFL ball is a little bit fatter, but I mean the college ball is the same size as the high school ball, and I've never had really any problems with that. So maybe that's just pocket awareness, or just maybe needing to squeeze it a little tighter with his offhand. You want to keep your throwing hand a little loose, to have can't be squeezing the ball too tight, but maybe with his left hand, maybe squeeze a little harder or something. I don't know.
Yeah, see, obviously I asked that question kind of as a joke, but it seems like one of those dumbass measurements they do, right? And they even tried to stretch.
No, not even
like
tried. They
more.
did. He got a quarter more. There's hand stretching. There's finger stretching. That's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I don't know that mine would hit 9 either, and I'm not here trying to hide anything or lie about anything because I feel like at the end of the day I sling the rock. But I'm definitely I made it under 9 too, so.
Yeah.
See, you're about to be the man that proves this shit wrong if Kenny Pickett doesn't. So let's go, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Actually, Rio likes to give you your moment right here.
So, going and playing college ball at the next level is something that not everybody gets to do, and we just kind of want to give you, an opportunity here to thank anybody who's helped you along the way and the journey to where you're at now and helped you get to this opportunity. And so anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, yeah. I got tons of people. I mean, from Ryan Roberts, Joe McCauley, Mike Keith, all my quarterback trainers that I've worked with growing up in my whole life, my coaches from Dallas Christian, Coach Wheeler, Coach Coughlin, and everybody, my JUCO coaches, like I said, Coach Mummy, Bedwell, Miller, Kurtz, all of them, Coach Smith. Let's see. I got so many friends that helped me growing up. Definitely kept me from, being my own worst enemy. My friends, Jaquan, Miguel, Draylon, Armani, Marcel, all my boys. And then also, to be honest, I want to thank all the people that didn't believe in me, because that motivated me. It still motivates me, and they're about to look very dumb.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. I'll take one for being your fan. I'll take a thank you.
All right.
He's like, all right. He's like, all right, dude. But I'm not even close to kidding. You definitely gained 3 fans right here. I love the way you talk, how you present yourself, and obviously your field play. I love it, and I love the mentality too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, before we close you out, man, legitimately make sure you hit us up when you make that decision. I don't care if it's a 5-minute convo. We'll get you on to let everybody know what your plans are, because more people need to see you play. From what we're seeing and what we're hearing from you, you got bigger things to come, my man.
Thank you very much. I definitely will. I like that idea. I definitely will.
I appreciate you, and have a good day, my man.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for your time. Have a good night.
Y'all too. Thank y'all for having me on.
No problem.
Bye.
All right.
Damn, dude. Highly impressive. I'm a fan, and he's got a cannon. He knows he has a cannon, and I love the way he's had to work up to where he is now. Nothing but up from here, I think.
Yeah,
for this young
definitely, man. And whoever gets him,
whoever's smart enough,
smart enough, who was offered him,
and
as he chooses to go play for, is going to get a stud. And I think he'll open some eyes there.
Yeah.
Tell you what, there's nothing like getting somebody who's as talented as him that feels like they have something to prove too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're gonna work harder. It's kind of the Baker story, right?
Yep.
Of everything that he had to work through and what he achieved in college.
Yep.
Really similar. So that comparison was great too, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, you ready to roll into some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Sergio Garcia was frustrated by a ruling at the Wells Fargo Championship on a lost ball, saying, "I can't wait to leave this tour."
Yes.
You seen some of that?
I did see that.
So to give you a little bit of a layback, 'cause I didn't know if you read this article or not, but or even seen the video. There was a video of him saying this. This is just like by word of mouth. In the PGA Tour, you have 3 minutes to find the ball once you get in the vicinity. Otherwise, you get a penalty. He comes over, and he's kind of in the vicinity, but he goes to go on the other side of like the creek or river, whatever that, or creek, river, pond, whatever's right there. And there's like tall grass around it. He goes around that side. Well, that official, the official that was right there, started timing him from the moment that he got in the vicinity before he decided, I need to look on this side, and went across there. So he got penalized, and he's like, "Are you kidding me? I knew I was coming over on this side to look for the damn ball." Yeah, so frustrated over the rules.
Yeah, I did see that. That was I pop in. The other one was, do you have Phil Mickelson in there?
Yep.
Okay.
We got that.
That one was crazy.
Yeah. Surge. There's a lot of players dabbling with this Saudi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Getting right to it, actually. It went right back to back with it. Federal auditors investigating Phil Mickelson's role in an insider trading scheme found his gambling losses totaled more than $40 million from 2010 to 2014.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy amount.
He just give me $1 million. I can advise him.
Yeah.
Just $1 million.
So what kind of insider trading is that? I feel like he didn't do it right.
I was going to say,
No.
yeah. He watched the wrong
poor
YouTube
advice,
video.
right?
I don't
Poor
know,
advice. Yeah. Because I remember this happening, or I remember it becoming news. Is that 5 years ago or more now? Maybe it's right after shortly. Yeah, it might be right around there. Like when the Chargers were kind of stemming up there, but then for whatever reason, because it's Phil Mickelson, everyone just forgot about it. Mm-hmm. He's not being investigated. But yeah, then while they're looking into this on the down low, $40 million.
Talk about kicking a man while he's down.
Oof.
Lost 40 mil. Oh, by the way, you're in some trouble too.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe this is he's showing. He's like, I couldn't have been insider trading. Look at this shit.
Yeah, right. No, literally, I don't have them.
Wait, you can still get in trouble for being bad at something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on. It actually could prove that you were in insider trading because you need to make up $40 million.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, I could go the other way. You,
Like, hold on.
sir, are a bad criminal.
It looks like you were very desperate right here. You lost $40 million. It looks like you were trying to scrape some of that back. Stop me if you heard this one before.
Stop. Oh, you go.
Go. Green light.
Yes.
Red light. Green light.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Pete Carroll says he doesn't see Seattle Seahawks trading for a quarterback before start of the 22 season.
Yeah, he also said they weren't trading Russell. It's so here's my thing. It's
That's
a business.
what I
You're always looking to do something, improve your team, whatever the case. And unlike the Cowboys, you're not going to give away what you're trying to do. But I did see stuff come across saying,
but in a roundabout way, isn't it kind of giving it up? Because almost like every time he says that they're not going to do something, you might as well book that.
All right, something's happening.
Yep.
It's interesting because it come out, some of the sources we follow on Twitter that teams want Baker Mayfield. They just are not going to do the Browns any favors because of how the whole Deshaun Watson thing played out, how they went and swooped him up. They got around the salary kind of deal by giving him a $1 million salary. So if he was suspended for the year, he's
still
not
getting his bank.
Yeah, he's getting his bank. He's not missing out on any money. So, yeah, definitely weird things going on.
So they did business right, and teams are pissed about it, right? Like that's I'm not saying it's right as in like morally right what they did,
right?
But they played it smart, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they play.
Teams are mad about it.
They did the loophole because it looked like he was going to Atlanta, right?
Yep.
And of course, they had to do what? Had to pull out all the stops to try to get him, and that stop was, we're going to give you a little bit more money, and you're going to keep most of that money, even if you get suspended. Blame the NFL. I don't know if you can really ever get mad at someone that finds the loophole. Don't provide the goddamn loophole. We used to get upset with an ex-employee of ours that would miss like 6 months out of the year. Every year. You knew it was going to happen. Management knew it was going to happen. And, of course, during the time, we would work an asshole to overtime. So he was missing all the weekends and all that during that 6 months. But it never counted against him. Like, when it came back, he worked a couple weekends. He's on the same pace as everybody else because the 6 months he was gone didn't count.
Well, here's the deal. Like, the NFL hasn't said anything yet as to what they're going to do. So in a wild world, if he plays most of the season, they're getting a killer discount this year, and he's getting fucked because he's going to play a majority of the games and only get $1 million, right? It's not out of the realm of possibility.
No. So he's got plenty of his signing bonus, so they don't touch. They
For
touch
the
your
salary.
salary.
The salary.
So
That's what
salary
I'm
is
talking
$1 million. So
Yeah.
he's not getting fucked, but
He's
his
getting-
salary that gets taken away is minimal.
Right.
It's $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
Where the NFL could stomp this out, really, if you want that, and where these teams shouldn't be getting pissed. They're like, well, you know what, you played the game. You think they'd be more pissed about, like the heavy cheating that's happened and maybe dynasties that happened because of it. But
Dude, did you see the TikTok of Tom Brady?
no,
He's like,
It might have been a fumble.
He's like, it might have been a fumble.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then the Raiders shared it. They're like, we fucking knew it.
we fucking do it.
Yeah, because it was this. What was the guy, the original? Because I think he replied to a TikTok,
Bieber or something?
and he was like, "Tell me something that you did that you feel guilty about, or
Yeah.
something like that, and you've never admitted." And he's like, and "That's when he said it might have been a fumble."
Yeah. I forgot where my train of thought was before that.
Sorry. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You think teams would be more pissed off about all the other shit in the NFL?
They'd be more mad about that than finding
everybody's
a loophole.
cheating,
And,
so
yeah,
that's why they
and
don't get
how they fix this, how you get back at the Browns, the NFL, wait to suspend them until the end of the season. Just before the end of the season, like they make the playoffs,
Carry it out.
and then guess what? Now you can't play in the games.
Carry it out and be like, oh, we were just deciding.
Yeah, there's no time limit on when you can get suspended for that, right?
Yeah.
Because his court proceedings are still going. So how they get him back and how they stomp him out on this is that you literally do it in the last game of the regular season,
Yes
let's say,
and no.
or whatever.
Yes and no. Because I don't know if you remember Zeke's case, but he kept protesting and sending it up the next ladder. So he didn't actually get suspended the first several games. It was like 5-6 weeks later.
Right, but the judge, jury, and executioner in which they just signed all this over, I think is different with the collective bargaining agreement that they just signed. I think it's a little more expedited than that. What'd you just say? I thought it was you the other day. One of you two said the other day that old boy can't even DeAndre Hopkins couldn't even appeal his
Yep.
because of basically whatever's in the collective bargaining agreement.
Yep.
There's got to be something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Because I read and seen a little bit about that where they could actually hose them by waiting to suspend him the last like couple games of the season. That he wouldn't be eligible for the playoffs then, and then you actually are tagging the Browns up for the first 3-4 games of the following season.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a point of that, like,
True.
because then you also then you're taking possibility of some playoff revenue. You know, that yes, maybe they made it to the playoffs, but you're only getting one game worth of playoff revenue.
Yeah, and here's the deal. It's a shitty way to run an organization anyway. If you're one of those teams that's like doing that out of spite, it's if you legit think Baker could help your team win, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Then you get him, right? You do whatever you feel like is justified to get Baker,
Yeah.
and you get him. You don't just say no because of this shit. You know, like that's not a good way to do business at all.
No, I'm with you. Like, why would you? That's the reason why you want to go. If you actually believe that he is.
Yeah,
if you,
and
if
I'm
you
not
don't,
saying
if you don't think he isn't, then fine, say that. But don't sit there and say you would come for him, like like the reports are. So you're saying that there's a quarterback out there that could help your team win, help your fan base, which is the whole point of the NFL is a fan base, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get paid,
Yeah.
right? So you're going to shortchange your fan base because you're going to get back at the Browns. Like, who gives a shit? I'm not Viking fan. I'm not pissed about what they did. I'm like, somebody's going to get him. Yep. They were actually smart in which way to get him, because how else are you going to draw a quarterback like that up to fucking Cleveland, Ohio? Like, really?
Yeah.
I know you guys have seen that train wreck, LeBron.
Yeah.
He's like, you come see me in Miami all the time. Yeah,
Right.
that's Miami.
Yeah, that's Miami.
Yeah. Starling Marte caps a 7-run rally in the ninth inning as the Mets stun the Phillies. This was last night. Previous 330 times the New York Mets trailed by 6 runs in the ninth inning, they had lost. This ended 857 consecutive losses by MLB clubs when trailing by 6 runs or more in the ninth, according to the Elias Sports Bureau.
Yeah, pretty awesome. The Phillies are getting beat up to start the year. It's insane.
And the Mets are looking ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Usually the preseason hype, and here comes the Mets.
Right, and then they suck.
the ants
Like
come
a little,
marching in.
right? The little league team just.
Right. And then all of a sudden the season starts, and then it's like, yep, that's what we're used to.
Oh, yeah, that's the Mets.
That's the Mets. Jacob deGrom doesn't give up one single run for 17 straight games or whatever, and you guys still lose like over half of those.
Right, like he is under 1 ERA, but he doesn't have all the wins because every time he comes out of the game, they give up a run. The bullpen gives up something to lose.
And the offense couldn't put a couple runs
so,
up. Yeah. So that's what they normally do. That is not the case this year. So, I mean, it's a long season. We know that. We're only, 25, 30 games into it.
Yep.
But I think it's 25 because I just seen another record. Or tied for second all-time. Did you see that? The Cincinnati Reds are 3-22. The worst start and second worst start tied for in MLB history.
I knew.
They average their ERA, what they give up in a game, the Reds, are damn near 7 runs a game for a team ERA. They only average the run differential is negative 87 already.
Holy cow!
In 25 games. Good Lord.
Yeah, yeah. That's the sauce of tanking right there. That is bad. That's the worst case I've ever seen of tank right out of the gate. Damn. Are you looking that up?
Yeah, I'm looking to see who it is. Like who the hell's getting beat up?
It's no bueno. While he's looking that up, the Angels, Ohtani strikes out 11 in 7 shutout innings and adds 2 hits versus Sox in otherworldly two-way Fenway Park masterpiece. The otherworldly comes from his manager, Joe Madden.
They got 4 dudes with 20+ ERA.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hunter Green. Let's see.
I would refuse to pitch for him.
Who is this? Hunter Green, 20. Tyler Mahl, 20. Vladimir Gutierrez, 21. Revere San Martin, 25. And both of those guys are pitching lots. Like there's 20 innings pitched, 25, 21, 16. But it doesn't. Here's a guy with a 0, but he's pitched 0.1, so he's faced 1 batter. Alexis Diaz. Right, Alexis Diaz, 11.2. He's got a 1 ERA.
So that's one dude.
20.
That's one dude. Damn.
Not good.
It's not. It's no bueno. I can't remember what it was. They give up. I told you what they give up. I know that. It was like just under 7. It's like 6-point-something ERA as a team. I think they only average like 2-3 runs a game.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Well, let's hope those the ERAs for those guys drops to 10 by the end of the year.
Yeah,
something like
15,
that.
a 13.
That'd be solid. Damn.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
not
no
good.
bueno.
Not good.
Ohtani though. Special.
Yeah, he's changed baseball. I mean,
Yeah.
he has literally not only being a Japanese player coming over and doing this. I mean, but just playing baseball in general.
And
but
two-
then
and
now
two-way.
going to two-way. I mean, two-way player plus somebody of foreign.
The way
it's
baseball
awesome.
should be.
Yeah.
That's how you grow up being.
That's exactly how you grow up.
Yeah,
How many times you walk off? Even me back in the day when I played, I'd walk off the mound, go play in center field or something, and
They
cool.
needed it. Especially in when you're in travel ball, you need a high majority of your team to be able to pitch. When you're on a 2-day tournament, 3-day tournament I've been a part of too, and you're playing multiple games a day, you're only allowed in Iowa so many innings pitched a day or innings pitched total overall for the whole tournament. So you have to be able to pitch. You have to be able to play two-way baseball, right?
Yeah. It gets intricate. You got certain tournaments. They have you can only face so many batters. Pitches thrown. When I was playing, it was so many curveballs a game as well. Trying to relieve the stress on pitchers' arms and stuff, young kids' arms and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's cool. It's cool to watch.
It is, and the fact that he fights to do it too.
Yeah,
and obviously it's changed baseball. You got the baseball rule.
Yeah.
The way he looks right now, he's gonna be the MVP again, right?
Yeah.
So here's my question: do you think he's really helping to open the door to expand players into being more like him in that two-way baseball?
Here's the deal. There's probably not that many people doing it though, because it's the way it's been. It's all right.
Everyone
You got to pick one.
Everyone focuses on their
Yes.
craft.
Everybody has focus on their craft, and I think to get to that next level,
If
it's going to be really hard to do.
If you're
for a lot of
going to see it, it's got to be something like that. It's got to be where they played somewhere major, like a major league organization worldwide somewhere. Even if they're American, they hopped over the pond or something and played over there and had the opportunity to do this. Because it's hard to do that. They just don't allow it. Like, all right, you're a pitcher. You're going to focus on pitching. That's what we want, and that's what they want too. Because that's how you need to make the team. That's how you need to make try to make your jump. Unfortunately, that's how.
And I think, and you switch
I
so
think you
heavily
should.
going into college because you got to play that one college year, and colleges are recruiting. They're filling out and getting out all the scholarship spots, so they're recruiting pitchers, and we just want you to pitch. We're batters. We just want you to bat or play your position. You're not really trying to create and keep that tradition alive. Now, maybe this moving forward, if a stud athlete comes out, he's like, you know what, I want to pitch and I'm a really good second baseman. And that's what I want to do. Maybe, So, I mean, I guess it could potentially. I just think it's going to be harder to do.
Or the batting part too, just in general, and not even necessarily the fielding, but definitely the batting. They need to be able to pitchers versus wanting to bat.
Yeah, and it's
focusing on that.
Got to be justified too. Like, do you have more pop or more, whatever contact than say a guy that's sitting in the dugout? I think it's going to be much harder to find guys like that, like Shotani. I don't know. I don't think we'll see many of him.
Yeah, he's definitely.
It's got to be a star athlete like he is, obviously.
Yep. Just a monster. Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green fined $25K for flipping the Grizzlies fans off in Game 2.
I did see that. That was awesome.
Which part? 25,000 or the
flipping the people off?
What are you talking about?
I thought that was funny.
That is funny, actually. I'm not a Draymond guy. I think you guys.
Me neither. I just
but I do find that funny. He's just like going through. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. He's like, they want to get nasty, I'll get nasty. Yeah. We already know you'll get nasty, but Steve Kerr just turns a blind eye.
Phillies are up like 10 at half.
Are they? Well, I was getting to that. We'll skip right to that then.
Or 76ers, sorry.
Embiid
is back for tonight's game after clearing concussion protocol and will don a face mask. I have not seen the game yet. If that's really what's happening. If he stays and he's able to play the normal amount of minutes, can they dig themselves out of this?
Yeah. 100%. I don't know if he'll be able to stay, though. Miami can get pretty physical, and I can see him getting bumped, elbow or something like that.
And you already know he's hurting, so you're going to play physical anyways. You're going to take your 13th guy off the bench and be like, yeah, go body this dude up.
Right. But I'm telling you, if he's healthy, that's what I'm saying. Do you actually believe
he won't be? He's all banged up. He's not going to be healthy.
Not healthy. Healthy is a strong word. If he's able to play his normal amount of minutes, that's what I'm saying.
No, I think he can be out there. The level you're going to get him at isn't going to be there.
You don't think there's enough for Miami?
No.
Or for them to beat Miami?
No.
2-0 right now, right?
Yeah.
Miami? Yeah.
2-0. These two games are obviously very pivotal. That are at home for them. So
yeah.
Let's stick on Philly for a minute. James fucking Harden. Like, where is he just going to play basketball this year at all in the playoffs, or what are we doing here?
It's Mother's Day coming up. He's supporting single moms. Come on.
Yes, the old strip club.
He's got that on it. He's got that on his mind.
I've heard of this.
He's throwing a lot of ones that equal up to lots of hundreds. And so happy Mother's Day, early Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Yeah.
He's actively playing his way out of a Supermax contract.
The way he's set up, he's going to opt into that $47 million, $48 million, whatever it is next year.
Or not.
Or you do and do a sign and trade.
Which could be, but maybe. Yep. I'm not opposed either which way. Either way, I see him just getting. There's always going to be a team that is desperate enough to pay this man. Mm-hmm. Stupidly, because he's not treadmill Harden right now. He's not even the Harden that me and you did not like to watch.
He's not invested.
He's not. He's nowhere. Yeah, he's nowhere near any part of that. Used to hate watching this man play for multiple reasons. he was damn good. He was one of the better shooters, get his shot off. But it was always ticky-tack fouls. You go to the line, that Euro step, that was definitely a travel more times than not with him. I mean, there's memes being made of his like triple jump back, but he's nowhere near that anymore. He can't get by anybody. We already know he doesn't play defense. His shot is looking like dog shit, and looks like the Krispy Kremes are hitting pretty hard.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess in a sense, I'm kind of glad. I never thought he was as great a player as a lot of people like to believe. And I think now he's really showing. He's not invested. He's not interested in the games anymore. It's just.
He got paid multiple times. He has an MVP, so he's probably going to go into the Hall of Fame at some point.
I don't think so. Not
the
will. Way it is right now. No.
Oh, yes. They let Tim Hardaway in. So he's in.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, now that you say that,
that's a good point.
That is a good.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
And I'm not saying this. I'm with you. I'm not a fan of him. I don't want him to be in. I actually think the MVP, like to me, it put a little damper on the MVP itself. I'm like, you picked a guy that plays absolutely no defense, and you're about traveling, and everything about his game was annoying to me. But he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. That's all he needed. You have plenty of players in there that do not have an MVP. Yeah. He was one of the best players for a year or two in his generation.
Well, once they changed the rule and he stopped getting fouled, I mean,
yeah, all of a sudden, and that's exactly what it is.
It's kind of like the shift at killing careers.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, though. That goes undermarked right there. The game isn't the same because now that ticky-tack stuff where the hand comes across or the finger touches him, it's not a foul anymore.
Right.
You leaning into him isn't a foul anymore. It's actually a foul on you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm sorry to damper your.
I'm not sold. I don't know if he is. It depends on what he does the rest of his career, but I get your argument.
Yeah, it'd be pretty. I don't want him in. I really don't. I'd probably laugh my ass off, but it'd be hard to explain a Tim Hardaway versus even some other players that are in there right now over him.
There's a lot of people that don't deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Sometimes the NBA or the basketball Hall of Fame. Sorry, the basketball Hall of Fame. It's okay to take a year off of putting an NBA player in. You don't have to put somebody in every single year just to. Dylan Brooks suspended for Game 3 of the Grizzlies Warriors series after a flagrant foul on Gary Payton II.
Mm-hmm. Seen it coming, but he's appealing, right? So
he should appeal.
Maybe get cut down to one.
No, it was only one game.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was two.
No, he already got thrown out of the one game. That's basically the whole game. It was 3 minutes in.
Yeah,
he shouldn't get suspended. He shouldn't get suspended another game.
Get suspended.
This was made after it was announced of a broken elbow. This is all out of context over a freak accident.
Right. It's only bad, I think, because he got hurt.
There's been plenty of players coming to Dylan Brooks' aid saying, "Dude, that is not a bad foul. He did not go. It was not malicious." You have like Jim Jackson, who was just on ESPN. You have some other guys that were talking about it too. Like the only one really chewing it out is like the poor me suburban fucking white dude. That's they're picking up my team. That's what you got going on. That was even a hard playoff foul. I've seen way harder.
Yeah.
That was even a hard playoff foul. The dude just so happened to break his elbow. You don't suspend him another game. You already kicked him out of the game 3 minutes into the damn thing the game before. Like, no.
Yeah. Yep.
No, that's ridiculous. Just because I understand it was a freak thing. Just because they don't have him for, Dylan Brooks is a little more integral than Gary Payton II, who barely made the team, which I'm a fan of his. I'm not trying to beat down his thing, but you're going to punish them for 2 games. He already got punished for something that wasn't even that malicious.
Yeah,
it wasn't malicious at all, in my opinion.
It was just a hard foul.
It was a hard, came across the head.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones involved in a minor car crash and was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Just saw the video. Video came out and got T-boned. Mm-hmm. You could see him getting out and he was limping. That's about it.
Yeah. Was it his maybe daughter? You think she came
trying to take him out?
Yeah, trying to take him out.
Or was it his maybe fling from Arkansas on his own vehicle on the passenger and he was preoccupied?
Whatever. She was trying to get a DNA sample for her.
Either way, there's some DNA trying to get swapped.
Right.
Yep.
No, she would be trying to protect it. She wouldn't want to run a vehicle into him. She wants to prove that's my daddy first.
That's why she wants the DNA?
Yeah. That's
So if he dies,
yeah.
Gotcha. Then he has no.
Oh, sir. Sorry. Let me swab the inside of your mouth.
Oh,
are you okay? You okay?
Here's what's gonna happen.
Speaking of which,
he's gonna show up doing COVID tests and be like, "Here, let me get this here for you." Oh, here's the real person. I gotta go.
Right, covered up with the mask and everything. Oh my God. That Speaking of which, has your wife ever fucked up one of your yawns on purpose?
I don't think we're gonna be on the same page with this.
You actually do it.
Yeah.
You go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one that does it.
What do you mean?
A yawn, a good solid yawn. You're ripping back. You're yawning, and she sticks your fingers like right here and fucks up your yawn. You never had that happen?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
No.
You've never done that to your wife or the other way around?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Then you're acting like you don't know what I'm
I'm just
talking
like,
about.
no, I've never had my yawn fucked up.
Oh, you self-assertive bitch.
Yeah, she's done it to me, but I'm the instigator usually. I'm the guy that does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets so mad.
Didn't you also Dutch oven her?
I just,
Things happen.
I usually say
Things
like,
happen.
I say vulgar stuff when she like does that though. I'm like, oh, that looks just my size or something like that.
My man Rio has an interesting story about how his drive down to Texas went one time, and maybe a vehicle getting slammed into reverse or neutral or something.
Crazy world, man. Lots of dials and stuff. So and levers.
Oh man. UFC is finalizing Cyril Gane and Tai Tuivasa heavyweight bout for September 3rd. Looks like a UFC fight night.
Yeah, that whole card was. Sorry, that there's a lot of fights leaked after that little presser deal. So
That Tuivasa
some
one,
interesting ones for sure.
He has my attention. Dude chugs beers on his shoes.
Yeah, I think he's okay until he runs into somebody that really just wants to take him down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think he's so easy.
It's
going
well-rounded.
You're like, I want to punch this dude in the face, and then if you get a guy who really wants to beat him up, like just drop him on the floor, and then you know. So I mean, I do like him. You know,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
He's entertaining.
See him shoot the boots, entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they're looking for in the heavyweight division. That's what it needs.
Let's get warmed up a little bit on this one right here. I told you about this last night when we were at work. Ben Simmons undergoes back surgery and is expected to be ready for training camp.
What a guy! What a guy!
I thought I saw something else about a knee with him too.
Well, you start dabbling that right now.
He needed surgery.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I wish I would have saved this. I read something about he got the back situation done, but then there's a knee thing, and so he'll be ready in like 3 to 4 months. Was the timeline like? What the hell, man? You were scheduled to potentially play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You were telling people you were
Hold on.
good to go.
Did you see the video or the Instagram photo of him?
No.
Like after the surgery. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody after surgery. Anybody, doesn't matter. Just how groggy and how shitty they look afterwards.
Yeah.
Right? This dude looked pretty comfortable. Almost looks like they removed like a zit off his spine. What I'm getting at is a coincidence that he had back surgery after the Nets called him and his agent into their office shortly after that playoff series and kind of did the what the fuck? Like, we traded for you. You said you wanted to play. We play for us, and no point. You weren't that far away from making
Sketchy
a game.
for sure. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, because that was the back thing, and then all of a sudden you actually have surgery. That would have been leaked by now. That it was going to happen. That your back was bad enough that you needed surgery.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I seen the picture of him. He posted on his own Instagram. I'm like, you don't look like shit at all. And this is supposedly right after. I'm like, everybody I've literally seen in my life that's had any version of surgery does not look like $1 million afterwards.
Back surgery is no fucking joke either.
No.
So
I think it was, some of that. I'll go and put it on blast. I think it's some of that fake surgery or something teeny tiny, whatever. You can call it back surgery.
No, come on. He was hurt. He had all that time off. He was, throwing his back out, giving Mrs. Jenner the,
the business.
Yeah, so.
But then on top of that, the knee thing, follow that until training camp and into the season where he's not playing again. Because he dropped that right now. And
I was so pumped when he went to the Nets because I was hoping it was all a Philly deal, right?
Yeah,
He'd
just
come
mentally.
in. He's a great defender. That would have been totally different if he was on the court
Yep.
playing the way he could play, right?
Yep.
And then it was just one thing after another. You're like, oh, he's going to play, and then he doesn't. Same thing. It's, man, fuck.
Yep.
It's disappointing. So I won't believe anything till I see him on the court, basically, you know?
Yeah. Charles Oliveira to be stripped the lightweight belt after failing to make weight at UFC 274. He weighed in at 155.5 pounds, missing it by half pound. He showed up, what was it? He showed up 10 minutes before, I think is what I seen. Missed weight. They gave him an extra hour to get under and obviously stripped down to his birthday suit. Mm-hmm. And still half pound over.
Yeah, it was so it was weird. They weighed him twice. The first time, 156, and then they weighed him again. It was 155 and a half. So they're like, okay, here's your hour or whatever. Didn't shave his head. Didn't do nothing. It's weird. I mean, I understand people are like half pound. You know, yeah, but it is hard when you've already been cutting out all that stuff, whatever. But
yeah, but stuff like that, I didn't even think about that.
He's got his hair.
You got your hair
like,
still going on. Like
cut your hair, man.
Trim your nails, but like I'm going in there, like I'm not getting stripped of the belt that I just got, right?
You're trying anything and everything, and then when he come out and he still had his hair, I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like
you're not even trying.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
And he weighed out at the same 155.
Yeah, and that was the kicker for me. Weighed the same.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what'd you do? Did you just go back there and
Take a
break
shit?
down? Did you go back there, break down, and not be able to lose any weight, or did you not put your game face on? I got to go in the sauna. I got to cut my hair. I got to do this. So, like I said, I've been there, but it almost seemed like you didn't go back there and try for that hour.
Right, a half pound, it may not be. To the average guy, it doesn't seem like it's much. Like to someone that's already been cutting weight, that may be a mile.
It's a lot, but
it's a lot. But there's still stuff you can do in an hour, right?
Right. Well, when he come back with his hair, I was like, well, you didn't
try at all.
You didn't, and miss weight. I was like, well, you didn't try. There's, a couple tenths right there. You're that much closer. I don't know. Interesting to see how this plays out now, because if he wins, he doesn't get the belt.
No.
But if Gaethje wins,
he gets the belt.
Yeah,
he's the only one that can win the belt in this.
So interesting to see, because if Oliveira does pull it off, guess who's waiting in the wings, baby? That's just the ride for Condor to come back in and swoop that thing off the shelf.
Yeah, grab that belt.
yeah.
Gaethje, there's no way Gaethje doesn't win this.
It's hard, man. I feel like I've bet against Oliveira the last couple times, and he's really good. Really good.
I don't know. He's
really good.
He's probably the same as Michael Chandler. I mean, probably harder kicks, but I mean, he's got wrestling. He's got power in his hands, and Michael Chandler, I thought he had him too. Had him rock, come back off the stool, got taken down in subs. So I mean, I can't even say it's going to be a walkthrough. I'd love Gaethje to win for sure.
Agreed.
But like I said, after that Michael Chandler fight, it opened my eyes a little bit to Oliveira. I was like, whoa. Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Gaethje. I'm with you on that. It won't be easy. I think it'll be an entertaining fight,
it definitely wasn't going to be not going to be easy when you're talking about a championship belt for sure. I don't know. I just feel like this is it.
It's going to be a good card though, man. Rose is fighting as well.
Yeah, they're from the same team. So
Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson.
Yep. A living legend is fighting his last fight.
Cerrone.
I don't know if you saw any of his interviews, but he's just super emotional about it.
Is that because his contract's up?
He's done.
I
think his contract's done and he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
Well, he should be. I just didn't know if he actually made an announcement.
I think he's done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
he needs to be.
Yeah, he got emotional about it, talking about his kid and stuff. And
yeah. He said he took the easy way. I don't know if you listened to it, but he's like, I took the easy way out. Connor opened showed me the door and I took it. It's probably not what I should have done, but I did. And so.
What do you mean the easy way out? I'm confused by that. He got you paid so you could leave.
Right, but he was just saying he probably could have done better. But he showed him the door and he just kind of took that easy way road out.
Yeah.
But I mean, to say that and kind of be honest with yourself, I mean.
Yep. Honest, dude. Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler. Yeah, I'm just looking at the card. And that's all I had for news, gentlemen.
Let's talk about this. DK Metcalf and the Cheetah. Seems like they're actually going to race. and they're going to bet $50,000 to go towards a charity of their choice or whatever. Are you? I think it's kind of intriguing, but are you really? Is it a debate who would win this race?
No, it's Tyreek, number one. If it goes 100 yards, I'd have a conversation
That's
with you,
different,
DK.
right? Yeah.
I'd have a different conversation then. But if in the 40-yard dash, no. Tyreek gets shot out like a fucking slingshot. He's up to that speed like this. Like,
right. I think the longer you go, it gives DK a shot. But
yeah, that's what I mean.
Ultimately, no.
If it was 100-yard, like it was like 0 yard line to 0, then I would give him a shot. Yep. Yeah. But no, this is 100. He's gonna spring out. The only hope he has is that Tyreek pulls a hamstring.
We can get a guy, McKeever up in there. He'll race him.
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd he say?
Well,
I don't know if you
DK.
listen. He says, I ran a 4.4, and that was before I even started training. Holy shit.
Eddie was called slow.
Holy
He's like,
shit.
you're never. What does coach say?
He's like, schools won't recruit a slow quarterback. You're going to need to run track.
Oh, my God.
He's like, I ran a 4.4 before I even started training.
Like, what?
That's awesome.
Like, that's the type of inspiration you need, right? Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got for a weird law, brother?
So it did finally load. Okay. So believe it or not, there's only 3 on my list for Kentucky. Because I think they allow everything.
Damn, well, with your family, they sure do.
100%.
So the 2 best
There's going to be
ones.
some special Happy Mother's Day fucking presents going on Sunday.
I'm going to just give you 2 of them right out of Kentucky, and we'll just be done with that one altogether. That are the best ones. In Kentucky, every citizen... In Kentucky, every citizen is required to take a shower once a year.
At least once. It's
Yeah.
a bold claim.
Once a year. It's law. You mean bold claim. You have to. It's the law.
I'm pretty sure Miles probably went a time or 2 without getting a shower.
He's not even here to defend himself.
That's the best part. I can say it. He can't even say shit.
He can't say shit.
With all due respect, Miles.
All due respect, Miles. And then the other one is, it is illegal in Kentucky to marry the same man more than 3 times.
The same man?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Probably some girl back in the day. It was like the 4th time. They're like, sister.
Not today.
Not today.
That's enough.
Not
It's
today.
interesting as you go through these laws, like how many states have laws about whether it's banning or saying you have to do it so many times, bathing or showering. Like, wasn't it Chicago you can't bathe on Sunday, or Illinois you can't bathe on Sundays or something, or something weird like that? Like, what? I don't know if people smelled that terrible back in the day.
Yeah.
Walking to church with flies around you.
We've had
you know?
some at work. So we know that they still exist.
Yeah.
Not saying that they don't shower. In fact, we even
But maybe
know
they
that
couldn't reach places that they needed to scrub while they're in the shower.
Ooh.
or they didn't believe in deodorant.
Yeah.
That's the thing, evidently. I don't know if you guys are all natural, but dude.
What are you referring to?
I'm not talking about your hairy ass.
Oh,
we know you ain't bicking that shit.
Danny does it for me.
That's a Tuesday thing?
That's a
Yeah.
Tuesday thing.
Typical Tuesday.
So I'd like to, and we won't do it tonight. I would like to. Oh, we'll talk about that too. I would like to start. I would like to try a word association.
You talking about?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Did HR say this was okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't
HR
understand.
says okay.
What's word
So, like,
association?
for instance, I'll give you a freebie.
Okay.
I'll throw one out there
Okay,
and show you what I'm talking about. If I said the word was, I'll write it down. How's that? And I started giving you a list. I can't say the word. I can't say the word. Like, we'd all pick some words or whatever like that. We can't say the word and see how many you can get in a certain amount of time. Like,
What do
say
you mean?
30 seconds.
That
What I'm
is-
about to say is, like, for instance, I can't tell you the word, but I can tell you everything to give you a hint to the word, and you're trying to do it. We're trying to do it as fast as we can. You give me answers. So, for instance, I tell you Oregon State
Quarterback?
mascot, or leave it to.
Beaver?
There you go. See what I'm saying? But you try to do that as fast as you can, and you have like 30 seconds.
Yeah, what's that game called? I can't think of that's a game.
Yeah. Like, have you ever beat the beaver?
I beat it back
Spanked
a few
it?
times.
I can explain a little more off air for you. Hey, you look so confused to like more
I got
times
it, but
than
just to
You
hear
look
that, I understand the game. I think I played it before, but I'm trying to remember like what we called
But
it.
in sports.
So yeah,
Sports
sports
or-
words or whatever.
I think I'm going to do it in a different, my words will be a little different, but yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But then you were talking, we wanted to, well, we're going to try that next week
What's that?
for a couple of them. Go division by division.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna kind of break down this NFL draft. We're gonna go every night. We'll do a division,
Not just a draft.
right? But overall in free agency,
There you go.
plus draft, what teams have gotten better, who's worse, and we'll go just every night. We'll pick one division, and we'll just kind of go through it and list some of the things we like and don't like, and
Not like our season predictions.
right,
or
not our
anything.
season predictions.
That comes up for
We're just covering for the people who don't realize teams and what they've done, who they've added in the draft, who we like, and stuff like that. We won't make our predictions yet, but just kind of go team by team, division by division.
Okay.
What has went down in free agency before free agency picks up again, and
Who helped
ultimately
himself,
who helped themselves, who didn't
hurt
do
themselves.
much, and stuff like that. Kind of break it down.
Who do you need to poke with the stick? Like, are you alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Good
Boom.
stuff.
So I've got to make sense tonight.
You do.
Boom.
Yeah, and so I touched on this a little bit. So we've talked about dodgeball one
Talking
other
about
time.
me?
I mean, 3 weeks after dark.
Since when did Danny become your uncle?
Miss you, Unc.
Miss you.
Saying
Miss you, Unc.
he's wearing one too
See
many
you in 8
turtlenecks
years.
out here.
Jesus.
With all due respect to all you wearing turtlenecks.
Man, okay. This is a little bit more, we'll say PG than some of the. It makes sense that we've had recently, especially, I finished one of the podcasts the other day, and there was a, I didn't know we talked about skiing on the podcast, and there was a Skiing, It Makes Sense, by Miley. And that was, I have to have a conversation with him about that. But
Skiing. I forgot that you mentioned the skiing part. Yeah, she's over here skiing. I'm like, what?
I'm like, first of all, no, it's not. It's a little.
Yeah, he's
What do you guys do? Standing?
Right, like slow down, man.
It's like being just motherfucking the other dude. She's over here. She going in a circle, or
Yeah,
where's she going?
What are we doing?
PG.
All right, it's a little more PG, but it's it talks to some of the bias that goes on in the sporting world. Okay, and so some friends of mine. Back I was about 17 years old. I think it was in my first apartment. We went down to it was Clinton, Iowa, for the Iowa games. That was another time in my life where I'm like, dude, dodgeball would be pretty cool. We signed ourselves up for the Iowa games for dodgeball. And it was in Clinton, Iowa, which is like way eastern Iowa, kind of Dubuque area. And we got there, and it was fucking really interesting because there wasn't a big difference between like the movie dodgeball and what actually happened. So there's this one team that was all like bodybuilders. There was a bunch of nerds. There was us who were just like fucking whatever. We drank.
Average Joes. Gotcha.
Yeah. And there was this local team too. And they had fucking a crowd there cheering for him and everything, right? So it was fucking weird. But so we fucking, and it's, again, like we literally, I think we rented a hotel, and it was probably a 1-bedroom hotel, and there was like 7 guys, right? And so people sleeping on the floor, on the
I
fucking
thought you said this is
table.
PG.
Yeah.
And it is, believe me.
Sounds an awful lot like my uncle's house on Friday night.
It might not have been that much different.
Turtlenecks everywhere.
Marv was there, so he knows.
Makes sense.
This might have been the last athletic event he participated in, to be honest.
Okay.
But he did pretty good. So
No, he skis too.
he does. He does. So we're in this tournament and stuff, and it was pretty funny. We played these fucking bodybuilder guys, and we beat them. We went. It was kind of a round robin deal, and we're watching, and this team that is like the local team. Is the fans are going crazy for him, and it seems like they're kind of getting some calls too. Like, there's some controversial shit. Like, are you out? Did you catch it? Blah blah blah, whatever. Well, we ended up playing them it was like the second round of the tournament after the whole round robin shit, and immediately, like, they were assholes. Just the way they acted and everything like that, and the fans were about it. They liked that, because they knew we were from out of town and whatever else. Well, this shit, it went just like the movie Dodgeball. So we tied them. It went to a fucking sudden death thing, right? And so it's me and the captain of their team or whatever, right? And so you each have a ball like on the floor next to you or whatever, and you pick it up and you basically try to get the guy out, and that's who wins the whole thing. And so this dude picks the ball up real quick, tries to chuck it at me, misses me, right? And so I pick the ball up. This next move, I think, is what caused the ending to happen, because I realized at that point that I needed to tie my shoe, right? So everybody's watching. It's just me against this guy. And so I put my ball down and tie my shoe. They took that, and actually Marv did too. He thought that was a baller move, and I was like, I was just tying my shoe, dude. I wasn't trying to be a dickhead. So I tie my shoe, and there's like, oh, whatever. And I'm like... Not what I intended, but okay. And so I fucking pick my ball up and I go to chuck it at this dude. He dives on the ground on his knees. And this is what he does, right? He would drop to his knees and catch the ball. That's how he got people out. Because you try to throw for the legs so they can't catch it. Well, so I threw it low, but when I threw it low, it ended up between his knees and on the ground. So it went right there, and he's on the ground, and the ball's basically like smushed against the ground and in between his knees. Yeah. And they said I was out. They said he caught the ball and I was out, so they won the game. And I'm like, and he was there for 15, 20 seconds. And I'm like, it's literally on the ground right now. I'm like, it's touching the ground. You can see it. No, he caught it. He caught it. You're out. Like, blah, 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 whatever. And so the crowd erupts for this team, and they're all excited. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he didn't catch the ball. And so at the end of this team didn't even come by and do the handshake thing or anything like that. They just walked off to do the next game in the tournament and fucking left. And the crowd was all about it. Oh my
God.
So words of wisdom, when you travel to a different city, you got to make friends with the crowd apparently and the judges and shit, because bullshit calls get made and you lose your gold medal in the Iowa games.
So this is exactly where skiing comes in handy. Making friends with the refs.
100%. Let's go out in the hallway real quick. I got to show you something.
Right.
I got to show you something.
I learned some new moves in Breckenridge. Let's go.
I don't know if you've been to Colorado.
Oh, man. That would suck.
Yeah.
So lose like that.
I was pissed. Everybody was pissed. Mm-hmm. At least on our team. The rest of the fucking gym didn't.
So did you guys end up watching or seeing or anything like that? Like, who finished that? Did they end up winning that?
That team ended up winning. Yeah.
Of course they did then. Okay. Yep. So it wasn't that fishy.
They did.
Yep. So I think we ended up getting third or fourth place. Maybe, I think fourth place is what we ended up getting. Which, whatever. But
out of 4?
Stupid. I think there's 5 teams, actually. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like a huge tournament or anything. It was like at a local middle school gym or something. Right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Kind of like the qualifier.
Yeah.
What is that? The one chick? God damn it, Sydney or whatever her name is. Peter Tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely makes sense.
Makes sense if you don't think about it. I'm digging it. Oh my God.
You and dodgeball.
Well, the conversation sprung it up. I don't have old lady spraying vaginal dust at me at the gym.
No. You blow it. You blow it out.
Oh, you blow it.
You blow it out.
Okay.
Like a Nintendo game.
No shit, man. Well, I guess before we actually wrap it up, we got to keep pumping up Mike's fight here at the Mason City Arena. I think I called it the Event Center last time, so that's my bad. At the Mason City Arena. One thing, I don't know for those of you listening if you've been there or not, but if you've ever watched wrestling or even UFC or something like that, they've got those Titantrons as the fighters walk out and stuff. The arena's got the same thing. So it's a pretty badass feel. You feel like it's definitely a way bigger event than you think you're actually at. So it's pretty badass. Mike and Kathy actually interviewed on, what is that, KLSS today? Mm-hmm. I think you shared that post, right? And so they talked about the fights. I think they went through each fight that was going to happen. So pretty big deal. I hope a lot more people got to hear that as well. But again, May 21st, and we've definitely got some stuff available for you. So I think by tonight, whatever stories come in, we're going to go ahead and basically talk amongst ourselves and decide who wins the 4 tickets. But for those of you who maybe you don't live around here, you're just finding us on, video online, wherever the case. Where's the podcast available, Jimmer?
Anywhere and everywhere you can find them. Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube, iHeart. So, little funny story about iHeart is the link works on our Twitter, the one I shared. You actually search it on iHeart, it is not coming up. So I actually have an inquiry in with them. And Facebook, as of right now, for now.
No, it says in June. It is
yeah, June.
Stop.
That's what I mean
podcasts.
For now.
Stop putting podcasts on Facebook. So that's weird. So we'll be sharing links and whatnot, YouTube, the YouTube videos and whatnot. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird thing because they just started that 8 months ago or whatever. Now they're stopping. So
weird, but
not enough money for them or something, or too much freedom of speech.
Well, they should have hit us up. We'd have promoted the hell out of it.
Yeah,
100%. But otherwise, if you have a story to tell, maybe you want to try to get those 4 free tickets. Maybe you just want to bullshit with us. You think we have wrong or potentially misinformed opinions, definitely hit us up. But where do they hit us up, Rio?
Slide into our DMs. Let us know those stories, anything you want to share with the viewers and listeners. We'll get the story out to them. They want to hear it, and we do too. We can omit names. It doesn't matter. If you're looking for a haircut, make sure to stop up at Gentleman's Way in Garner, Iowa. Get your haircut by Ryan. He'll fix you up, looking nice. And then once you do that, you can enter into our raffle, our drawing for a free haircut, which will be on us. So that will be very nice. Also, if you're looking for a workout app, look no further. Download FitBod. It generates workouts, keeps tracks of them, shows you how to do new lifts if that's what you're looking for as well. Use our code 3GIG for 25% off.
Yeah, no more working with spreadsheets or having to pay
writing it down,
a bunch of money. Yeah, writing stuff down. FitBod's legit.
Shows videos.
Yeah,
if you're a beginner, shows you how to do the workout too.
You can choose what kind of if you're doing workouts at home, you can even pick just body weight workouts. It'll generate a workout for you. Time duration of what you want it as. Say you have limited workout equipment, you can pick those, and it'll generate a workout for you. You can work out certain muscles for the day, for the week. It doesn't matter. It can do everything. So
get you some.
You don't hear too many codes that give you 25% off. So it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
We've all become big fans. But yeah, boys, I think that about wraps her up. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is 3 Gig Sports.
We out.